All right, thank you, Matt. A Tucson home builder is facing bankruptcy, lawsuits, and a whole lot of questions from customers who tell the N4T Tucson investigators they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars for work that was never completed.
Our chief investigative reporter, Corey Nylander, has been speaking with impacted customers, and he is looking for answers in tonight's N4T Tucson investigation.
Well, this shell of a home is what many customers of Settlers West home builders have been left with after several months and spending thousands of dollars. The company has now had its license revoked and is in the middle of bankruptcy.
Everything in this house was already paid, and I come here and this is what I see, and a lot of sorrow and a lot of grief.
Elizabeth Matthews is suing Andrew Carranza and his brother Gabriel, who own Settlers West, a home building company she hired to build a custom home on Tucson's north side for more than $1 million, as well as a separate guest house for more than $300,000. Both homes have been sitting unfinished for months.
It's just a fraction of the work have been done, and then they disappeared for a while, and then we got a letter that they filed for bankruptcy.
The company first filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in December, which would liquidate the company's assets. According to these bankruptcy documents, the company has more than 100 creditors, including clients, subcontractors, and financial institutions. By January 25th, the bankruptcy transitioned into Chapter 13. According to uscourts.gov, that allows a debtor to form a generally 3 to 5 year plan to try and repay creditors.
What I believe was owed to us and how the house was left, they got away with probably $200,000 to $250,000.
Jesse Chapman and his wife Meredith Madril were excited to build their dream house in Vail. That dream quickly came to a halt as soon as Settlers West took their third payment installment back in July. That's when they say the company stopped communicating with them. Since then, Jesse and Meredith, with the help of other relatives, have rolled up their sleeves and tried to get everything built themselves.
And it's just been us doing all the work, or else if we weren't doing the work, there's no way we could even afford to finish the house at all.
And their young children are feeling the impacts.
All they talk about is where are we going to put our playground, and we're going to put the trampoline, and where's our swimming pool going to be? And it was like all these things we had planned, you know, but it's like all this extra money we were going to have that's can't go into a swimming pool because we have to finish the house.
The company's license has been revoked by the Register of Contractors after finishing its investigation into 5 cases. There are still 3 open cases against the company's license.
For homeowner complaints for, poor workmanship, those are absolutely unaffected by the filing of the bankruptcy.
After the ROC investigates and verifies the complaint, a homeowner can try and get money back through the ROC's recovery fund.
Each claimant can receive up to $30,000 of their actual damages, and each license currently has a $200,000 cap.
Not even enough to scratch the surface of Matthew's damages or Jesse and Meredith.
I'm hoping that the authorities will look at it and get involved.
I called Andrew Carranza and requested an interview to get his side of the story. He said he'd need to speak with his attorney, but stated he didn't do anything wrong and has contracts for everything.
That pisses me off, to be honest with you.
That was 2 weeks ago, and I never heard back from him or his attorney.
Even though he had a contract or whatever, I mean, he should at least have the morals of knowing that he should have completed.
I don't understand how you can be just that immoral to sit there and do that to all of these people.
As for Jesse and Meredith, they filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office, which told them to take their concerns to the ROC, which they already had. They feel this has become much more than just a situation involving a bad contractor. I asked the Attorney General's office why this would not be a criminal matter at this point. They said they'd get back to me, but that is yet to happen. Reporting from Vail, Corey Nylander, N4T Tucson.
And you can read Matthew's lawsuit and the bankruptcy documents for yourself. Just scan the QR code you see on the bottom of your screen there, and you'll be directed to the investigators page on our website at KVOA.com.
And of course, if you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@KVOA.com, or you can call the number right there on your screen, 955-4444.
Still ahead on N4T.